Would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KC24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox looking at our live valley cam on top of our building. Nice and clear skies across the valley right now, and the same is shown on our live radar. And you can expect the skies to remain clear for the next several days. What is a little bit odd is the temperature. We're very cool outside. 50s right now in Madera. That would be typical morning low temperature territory. We're already there. 70 degrees right now in Fresno, 63 in Merced. And over the next several days, temperatures remain well below normal. And check your calendar. It's officially summer tomorrow. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. KC24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News at 11.
That's still my little brother at the end of the day.
A heartbroken sister speaking out tonight after her teenage brother engaged in a deadly gunfight with a Merced County deputy. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alexander Balaki, and new tonight for the first time, we are hearing from the sister of the teenage boy killed after a chase and a shootout with a Merced County deputy. It comes on the same day new shocking body cam video is released. This all happened in Winton back in April and began with reports of gang activity. Our Ben Morris with the story.
To me, it looks like it was an accident, and that's what I'm going to stand by regardless of what anybody else says. You know what I mean? That's still my little brother at the end of the day.
Drop the gun! Drop it!
While the video is too graphic to be shown in its entirety, you can hear the shots and see the moments right before 17-year-old Jonathan Daniel Diaz Duarte was killed on April 29th. Duarte carrying what looks like an AR-15 style rifle. Deputy Lucy Lopez, who appears to fire in self-defense, was hit in the ear.
We have slowed down the video so you can see Diaz Duarte clearly point the gun behind him towards Deputy Lopez and fire one shot.
The Merced County Sheriff's Office says deputies went to a call of reported gang activity around 1 p.m. Deputies say when they arrived, multiple people fled before taking off in a white truck. Deputies led on a short pursuit.
The vehicle crashed into a parked car at the corner of Susie Street and Walnut Avenue in Winton at 1:14 p.m.
Investigators say several suspects ran, including Diaz Duarte, who was carrying a rifle.
Hey, stop! Stop now! Let me see your hands!
The deputy in pursuit of Diaz Duarte, losing him in the apartment complex. Deputy Lopez arrived moments later, spotting the 17-year-old before chasing him into an empty lot. Diaz Duarte died on scene. Deputies say they found this AR-15 style rifle on the juvenile, loaded with .223 ammunition, capable of piercing law enforcement body armor.
Deputy Lopez sustained one gunshot wound to the left ear and gunpowder burns to her left cheek. The bullet also broke the back of her sunglasses. This shows how close the bullet came to potentially ending her life.
Itzel Diaz, Diaz Duarte's sister, saying even though Danny was a troubled kid, only just getting out of juvenile hall for robbery right before his death, she says he always cheered her on in her pursuit of a career in law enforcement.
He would always tell me, like, even though you're a cop, like, you know, I don't really like cops, but he was like my biggest motivation. And whenever I'd be like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, he'd be like, you're going to be a great cop, you're going to be a great forensic biologist, whatever you decide to do with yourself, you're going to be great at it.
She just asked kids out there to listen to their parents and stay away from gangs. She says if her brother did, he would still be alive. Ben Morris, KC24, local news that matters.
And you can see more of the body cam video that was released today. You can head to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Well, you may have seen some of them during your daily commute over the last few weeks. A series of brush fires along Fresno's freeways after months of record-breaking rain. What was once dense green grass is now fuel for grass fires. Dry and overgrown bushes along the freeways is the source of those dangerous fires across Fresno, and they're forcing firefighters to sacrifice their time and limited resources. This year, the Fresno Fire Department says there have been about 122 freeway vegetation fires. That's down 50% compared to this time a year ago, all thanks to the wet winter. But even though the rain has helped, it also brings some problems.
With more rain, we get more weeds, and then once the weeds grow, we call them a fine fuel, so they're tall and green, and then within a week's time, they turn to dry, and they are ready to be ignited.
And with summer kicking off tomorrow officially, the Fresno Fire Department is asking the public to call in any suspicious activity along the freeways. Stunning new developments in the case against a 71-year-old man who's accused of starting the most damaging wildfire ever in Mariposa County. Edward Wackerman is facing 3 felony counts of arson after the Oak Fire burned over 19,000 acres in Mariposa County. 190 buildings destroyed, including 127 homes and 3 firefighters injured. Wackerman entering the courtroom today in shackles and a bulletproof vest. He did not enter a plea today and is set to reappear at the same courthouse September 14th. He is being held without bail, the judge citing that the state has entered fire season and Wackerman could pose a danger to the community.
July 22nd, 2022 would change the lives of many residents as the Oak Fire tore through our communities. This fire would become the most devastating fire in Mariposa's history,
resulting in over $8.3 million of property loss and over $100 million in CAL FIRE response costs.
And they also believe Wackerman used to be a firefighter with the state and that he may have started 3 other fires before the Oak Fire. If found guilty, Wackerman is facing a life sentence. Also, new developments into the Fresno City College instructor who was detained last week for making threats against a dean and their family. Richard Fine booked yesterday into the Fresno County Jail and has since bonded out. Fine is now facing criminal charges of threatening a public figure and extortion. Fresno City College was placed on lockdown briefly last week while Fine was detained. Well, it's one of the most sought-after seats in the nation, the race to replace Senator Dianne Feinstein. And tomorrow night, my colleagues Frank Buckley and Nikki Lorenzo will sit down with the leading candidates in a 1-hour exclusive special. Congressional members Katie Porter, Barbara Lee, and Adam Schiff will discuss some of the most pressing issues facing our state in the 1-hour special.
But also, more than half of the California members of Congress have weighed in as to one of their colleagues, which is very unusual. But it's because they want the same thing Californians want, which is at the end of the day, they want someone in the Senate who will get things done for California.
I don't take corporate PAC money, and I never have. That's a big difference between me and the other 2 candidates. So I think I've really led by example in trying to clean up government.
And I think I've been very successful, probably more than most who don't even work with black members of Congress, let alone black women, progressive members of Congress, but they work with me on so many issues. And that's what I'm saying about getting the job done for people. I know how to legislate, I know how to appropriate, and I know how to negotiate.
And just to clarify again, this is inside California politics, the race for a U.S. Senate seat. Again, this is Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right here on Ksee 24. Time, distance, and the deep, dark underground of the North Atlantic, working against a group of 5 explorers who remain lost beneath the sea tonight in a submarine vessel. And what began as a tourist expedition to the wreckage of the Titanic has now become its own ill-fated voyage after communication was lost on Sunday. The 5 missing passengers now being identified as Hamish Harding, a British billionaire who flew into space on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket last year, along with the Pakistani-British businessman Shehzada Dawood and his 19-year-old Solomon. Also, Paul Onfriere Najolet, a former diver with the French Navy and seasoned Titanic researcher. Also, OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, who is piloting the vessel.
I would assume they're stuck on the bottom in the mud or somehow entangled in Titanic. It's a search and rescue mission. So first of all, they have to find them.
As of this afternoon, the Coast Guard estimated the sub has less now than 40 hours of oxygen remaining. Still to come here at 11, President Biden's son takes a plea deal.
I think what's fair is,
my client gets on with his life.
What House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is now saying about that plea deal.
Here are the headlines for tonight. Summer officially begins tomorrow. Clear skies, below normal temperatures continue. It will get warmer this weekend, but still no 90s in the forecast. And your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. That'll remain in the low range. Olive, juniper, and sagebrush the predominant pollens. And I'll have your complete forecast as KC 24 News continues.
Start your day with KC 24 to get all the local news that matters on KC Sunrise. KC 24 is your local weather authority, always the most accurate, and now the Chuck Chancey Getaway Forecast gives exclusive regional information for your weekend. AJ Rubin and the Chuck Chancey Getaway Forecast is all you need, and it's all on KC 24, your local weather authority.
Presenting a new force of nature. The all-electric 2023 Subaru Solterra. 0 emissions. Legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive. The all-new Subaru Solterra. Love is now electric.
Lease a Subaru Solterra Premium for $499 a month plus tax at Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Your Educator of the Week nominations helped KC24 honor outstanding educators who inspire Valley students. Their stories highlight the power of education. Congratulations to this year's deserving teachers. Education matters. KC24, local news that matters.
I'm attorney Tom Dunyan. People ask me all the time, will you take my small case? Every case is important at our law firm, no matter the size. Whether you have a $20,000 case or a multi-million-dollar case, you'll get our full attention. Call us. It's just that easy.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
KC24 News is brought to you in part by Central Floor Supply. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, the temperatures have been running way below average, and this is the last full day of spring. Today, I'm talking about, and we're running more than 10 degrees below average. In the morning, we were 10 degrees exactly below normal, 55. 81 the high is 12 degrees below where we ought to be for today. Live radar showing our skies to be clear, and that's part of the issue is that even with the clear skies, it's very dry. And look at these numbers, 70 degrees right now in Fresno, 59 in Madera, 67 in Hanford, 63 in Merced. The breeze coming out of the northwest now starting to back off. It was up around 15 miles per hour at the strongest, but now it's going to start to get a little bit weaker, I suspect. Our Valley Cam, powered by Eagle Mountain Casino. This is time-lapse photography from on top of our building, and you could see we had it pointed right in towards the downtown area, but as the sun was going down, you could make out the coastal mountain range in the background. Our air was clear enough for that. So that's another indication of how dry things are. Our skies remain clear. Here's a live view from Sun-Made location at Palm and Herndon. Good moving through traffic right there. And so nice and slow. Everybody's taking it easy. But again, clear skies. That again, making the point that we're going to see a lot of sunshine for the next several days. But the flow has been coming out of the northwest. And then the trough has been moving across Southern California. And according to Futurecast, we may see a little bit of thin cloudiness, but anything to the south of that line, that's where the hot air lives. That's where Arizona is. And anything to the north of that is where the cool and dry air is. And so our temperatures remain well below average. And because of the dryness, our skies remain clear. So you get the best of both. You get sunshine and cooler than normal temperatures. Overnight lows for tonight, you can expect for Delano, 48 degrees, a 52 in Visalia, 39 in Sequoia National Park, Selma 51, San Joaquin 50, same in Madera, 49 in Chowchilla, Merced 51 and 52 expected in Los Banos. Our high temperature 86 in Merced, warmer than today, 87 in Fireball and Mendota, Madera, 78 for Oakhurst, and 88 in 5 Points in Huron, Hanford 87, same in Visalia, Porterville and Pixley 86, and Delano 84 degrees. Our air quality, that's getting a little worse, and that leads leads us to believe that it'll actually be summer tomorrow. Fresno and Tulare County in the moderate range, otherwise good on the valley floor. Your solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, very high numbers, good energy savings. We're expecting a lot of clear skies. So clear and cool tonight. 55 will be the overnight low. That's still below normal, and breeze up to around 15 miles per hour, but it's already starting to back off. And then tomorrow, a warmer day, a little, 85. Officially, summer begins at 7:57 a.m. The northwest wind throughout the day at just 10 miles per hour. We get a little cooler on Thursday, 84 degrees, dropping to 82 on Friday with a little bit of a breeze. And then the breeze goes away, but the sun remains. Temperatures get warmer again. 87 on Saturday, 88 on Sunday, and we'll not quite get to that 90-degree mark. We'll get very close on Tuesday of next week, and morning low temperatures start to come up a little bit. That's a good indicator that warming temperatures are coming our way. When you watch those morning lows come up, that's a good indication that the afternoon high temperatures are going to do that too. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com, so please go check it out there. But boy, unusual. Well, it's an unusual way to start the summer, but it's been an unusual spring.
Unusual winter?
I was going to say, it's been unusual for quite some time now.
I'm wondering, and maybe a little homework here, is that the lowest record?
For lowest high temperature?
To start summer?
Oh, I don't think so, but I could double check that.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I just gave you homework.
Okay, I'll find out.
All right. Good stuff. AJ, thanks. All right. Time in to check in with Scott Bemis. Does that make any sense? I'm not really sure, but he knows sports. I know that.
Got a Valley soccer star at the Empire State Building and kids playing golf in Fresno, dreaming of Augusta. Plus a baseball star with Valley roots shining on the mound at the College World Series. All that next at Sports Central.
Thursdays at 6 on Ksee 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, roads, race cars, and a new town on the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air. And operates whisper quiet.
The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Buzz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
The latest conditions live. The Ksee 24 Valley Cam Network.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. Choose your own adventure in a new Toyota today. When you choose a car, truck, or SUV from the most reliable brand on the road, you're ready for fun. Now get low 3.99% APR on an adventure-ready RAV4, spacious Highlander, stylish Camry, or rugged Tacoma. Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on now. Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Former Kingsburg High and Clovis North pitcher Riley Cooper came up big in a big spot Tuesday night at the College World Series. The big lefty came on in the 7th against Tennessee in an elimination game and would get out of that bases-loaded jam there to keep LSU in front. The big lefty then showing off the nasty breaking ball in the 9th. He and Tiger starter Nate Ockenhausen combined on a 6-hit shutout. LSU beats Tennessee 5-zip to stay alive in Omaha. There's a good chance we'll get to see another Central Valley product at the Women's World Cup this summer, as Bullard High alum Lynn Williams is in the mix to possibly earn a roster spot on the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team for that event. In the meantime, the Fresno native continues to star in the National Women's Soccer League for Gotham FC, the team representing the New York and New Jersey area. On Tuesday, Williams was at the Empire State Building in New York City, where she signed a 3-year contract that will keep her with the team through at least 2025. The 30-year-old is a former league MVP and has scored 6 goals in 12 regular season games for Gotham this season. Other news from Tuesday, Yankees manager Aaron Boone says ex-Bulldog Aaron Judge finally might be turning the corner in his recovery from that toe injury after a second PRP injection. Former Fresno State receiver Zane Pope has been claimed by the Orlando Guardians of the XFL. And three-star Clovis West linebacker Titus Kajabi announcing on Twitter Tuesday he's committed to the Bulldogs. Meantime,
11:17 starting time. Clovis, California. Cooper, Bemis.
all right, Coop.
Okay, Cooper?
I know that name. I know that voice. Hey, the Bemis kids were 2 of 125 that took part in the local qualifier for the drive, chip, and putt at Riverside Golf Course Tuesday, trying to take the first step towards possibly qualifying for the national championship at Augusta National next April. Now, in the past, we've actually had 3 kids from our area make it all the way to Augusta. 2 have won the whole thing. My kids didn't qualify, but these 3 did. My kids said they both had a lot of fun. So, hey, both the Grizzlies and Rawhide lost on the road Tuesday night, but it was a different story for the Giants. The hero this time, Jock Peterson, that tying home run in the 8th, and then the walk-off walk in the 9th. The Giants win their 9th straight, 4-3. They're only 2.5 back of Arizona in the division now, a game ahead of the Dodgers, who won in Anaheim 2-0 behind Clayton Kershaw. Finally, that story from Tuesday, a little better than the rest. It's Bemis's best, and congratulations are in order for the Stone Ridge Christian girls basketball team. The CIF announcing Tuesday the Knights from the small private high school in Merced. They're one of 34 state academic team champions for this past school year. They carried a perfect 4.0 GPA as a team, which is certainly worthy of a coveted spot in Bemis's best. The award goes to teams with the highest collective GPAs in their respective sports. The softball team at Stone Ridge won it last year. They got some good students there. I'm Scott Bemis, and that's a look at sports.
Ready, set, go! Arrive and drive at the all-new K1 Speed of Clovis. K1 Speed exciting indoor 100% electric, high-performance, maximum torque go-kart racing. Check out the K1 Arcade and take play to a whole new level. Planning a party? Make it a K1 for an event you and your guests will never forget. Call or go online to schedule yours today. K1 Speed of Clovis at the Sierra Vista Mall. Open 7 days a week. Arrive and drive.
In California, we're on a journey to make energy cleaner, safer, and more reliable. At PG&E, our goal is to get there without leaving any family behind. We're undergrounding lines because it's safer and more affordable in the long run. We're helping our customers lower costs by choosing the right energy plan and taking control of their bills with predictable budget billing. As your hometown utility, we won't stop until we deliver the safe, reliable, renewable, and affordable energy you deserve.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Head to your Central Valley Chevy dealers today for exciting 4th of July offers all month long on the stylish Equinox. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models.
KFC's done the math, and we have the answer for your next meal. It's our 9-piece double mash meal, just $21.99. 9 drumsticks and thighs. Add 4 biscuits plus 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy equals delicious. The 9-piece double mash meal for just $21.99. Only at KFC.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Diabetes, venous, and arterial disease can cause leg ulcers. To stay healthy, watch your weight and blood pressure, and eat a healthy diet.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is KC24 News at 11.
Tonight, House Speaker and Valley Congressman Kevin McCarthy promising a vigorous investigation into the president's son after his guilty plea with the DOJ, calling it a sweetheart deal. NBC's Peter Alexander with more on what comes next.
Tonight, after a 5-year investigation, the president's son, Hunter Biden, has reached a plea deal with federal prosecutors to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax charges and likely avoid prison time. Prosecutors say Biden did not pay more than $100,000 in taxes on over $1.5 million in income in both 2017 and 2018. And 2 sources tell NBC News the prosecutor will recommend probation, while also agreeing not to prosecute Hunter Biden for illegally possessing a firearm, even though Biden knew he was barred from doing so because he was using drugs. Biden faced a maximum of 12 months behind bars for each tax charge and up to 10 years for owning the handgun.
I think what's fair is, my client gets on with his life.
Still, Republicans tonight are slamming the deal that comes just days after a special counsel's 37-count indictment against former President Trump for his handling of classified documents. Mr. Trump has pleaded not guilty. The former president tonight accusing the Biden Justice Department of giving Hunter Biden, quote, a mere traffic ticket. Our system is broken. Top Republicans argue it's evidence of a double standard.
It continues to show the 2-tier system in America. If you are the president's leading political opponent, the DOJ tries to literally put you in jail and give you prison time. If you are the president's son, you get a sweetheart deal.
The U.S. attorney leading the Hunter Biden investigation was appointed by former President Trump and was kept in office to avoid conflicts of interest. And Attorney General Merrick Garland has said he is not interfering in the case. Still, a career IRS agent has asked for whistleblower protection, alleging Hunter Biden received special treatment in the investigation.
These deviations from normal process, and each and every time it seemed to always benefit the subject.
The investigation first focused on Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings. He's been blasted by Republicans, including for his high-paying job on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, while Vice President Biden was in charge of Ukraine policy. Hunter was pressed in 2019 whether that company would have asked him to be on its board if his last name was not Biden.
I don't know. Probably not. I don't think that there's a lot of things that would have happened in my life that if my last name wasn't Biden.
And tonight, House Republicans are vowing today's plea deal will not impact their ongoing investigation into Biden family finances.
This is an investigation of whether or not Joe Biden is compromised because of the millions of dollars that his family has received from foreign nationals.
President Biden's repeatedly defended his son.
First of all, my son's done nothing wrong.
Tonight, this reaction after Hunter Biden's agreement to plead guilty.
I'm very proud of my son.
Peter Alexander reporting. Meantime, here in California, the state attorney general Rob Bonta is taking new action to combat organized retail crime. And that includes combining the resources of dozens of retailers to share information on investigations and also to share in the detection and reporting of retail crimes. There is also a new Department of Justice online portal that will allow the public to submit tips and complaints.
Retailers, marketplaces, the public, law enforcement working together, teaming up to address the challenge. Every type of leadership is about meeting the moment and rising to the occasion, and this is what's required.
Online marketplaces doing business in California required to link to the DOJ portal. Multiple states across the country have seen a pattern of organized retail crime. Still to come here tonight, a party you just don't want to miss. How you can celebrate Victor E's first birthday. Coming up.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam, same day glasses. 2 pairs plus eye exam for only $79.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
I love having a 15-step commute to my office. It makes it super easy in the morning. I loved working with Tough Shed because I could get the really nice office space I wanted for a price that worked for me. Very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish. And it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two. So I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
I'm attorney Bridget Dunyan. If you're calling our law firm, you're probably having one of the worst days of your life. You've been injured, you need help, and you don't know what to do. We'll help take care of everything, so all you need to worry about is getting better. Call us. It's just that easy.
This July 4th, let's value what brings us together. A fun and fuel-efficient ride from Honda, America's #1 value brand. From the Redwood Forests to the Delta Waters to that secret spot with the juiciest smash burgers you've ever tasted, Honda brings us together. And with totally satisfied customers grabbing tasty July 4th deals on every new Honda, now is the time to roll into your Central Valley Honda dealer to buy or reserve yours. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
Tomorrow, in a News Nation exclusive, they risked it all to come to the U.S. Now, these Venezuelan migrants tell Morning in America's Adrian Bankert why they made the journey.
Do you think more immigrants are coming because of Joe Biden?
Tomorrow on Morning in America on News Nation.
News Nation is getting noticed. A remarkable expansion of viewership. These primetime numbers have erupted, sticking to the both sides playbook.
That's why News Nation is getting traction.
To find News Nation on your TV, visit joinnn.com.
When nature calls, make sure you're ready to answer. With the most awarded lineup of SUVs ever. It's Jeep 4x4 season. Take 10% off select models before they're gone. Come experience the Clovis difference.
Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, an eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Well, finally tonight, a big happy first birthday to Victor E. IV. And guess what? You're all invited to his birthday bash on Thursday. It will happen at Fresno Lexus. They're going to host the party. And also, Ampersand Ice Cream will be there. They're going to sell some ice cream, and all the proceeds benefit the Live Mascot program. There will also be complimentary cake, a photo booth, and a birthday card station if you like to help Victor E. celebrate his birthday. The event is Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 in the afternoon. He was here in studio today. And
a lot of selfies today.
A lot of selfies. So precious. Oh, yeah. Love him. A lot of energy.
You get some time with him?
Of course.
Yeah, me too.
Of course. All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Your Educator of the Week nominations helped KC24 honor outstanding educators who inspire Valley students. Their stories highlight the power of education. Congratulations to this year's deserving teachers. Education matters. KC24, local news that matters.
There's nothing we haven't seen, from a broken spring to a